Good morning, Thivia. How are you doing today? Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everybody else who might be watching or encounter this later. Welcome to the Christmas Day live stream of the Pathless. A game about which I know absolutely nothing and have accidentally not switched on my screen capture microphone or video capture. Right, let's see whether that works. Right, hope this is working now. Forgot to do my usual things with OBS. So I would just like to start off by saying thank you everybody who subscribed, so that I made it up to 50 subscribers. I shamelessly begged like a young girl wanting a pony under the Christmas tree from her rich parents, and it paid off. So thank you everybody who helped me make it to 50 subscribers just in time for Christmas. I really appreciate it. And so in that context, I should say greetings, current and future subscribers. Merry Christmas once more, or whatever it is you're celebrating today. And this is the Pathless, which was requested by Vampire Lynx, one of my subscribers. I know very little about this game, I should say. All I've done so far is set up the options, so I just made sure I got the various graphics options here. Currently running at 100 frames a second. We'll see how that works. Oh. Let's start a new game. A dark curse shrouds the world. Legends say the curse spreads from the ancient isle on the edge of the world where the realm of men and the realm of spirits intersect. Many have gone to the isle to stop the curse. None have returned. The darkness grows stronger. The last hunter makes the journey to reclaim the light that has been stolen from the world. Does that sound like Sky, Children of the Light to anybody? Yeah, well, okay, I'm going to have to say there's a certain similarity right off the bat. Apparently this uses the Unreal 4 game engine, so nothing else, it should look good. Oh, that's interesting. Is that a Japanese sort of influence I'm seeing there? Well, let's see. Okay, we have camera control. Oh, hang on a second, I just got a message. I ought to check. Sorry, it being Christmas Day, I do expect to have messages from people. It does look pretty. Alright, so we have the usual WASD, and we don't have any zoom control. So I can't tell what kind of bow she's using. Now, from what little I gather, this is an open world game. I'm not sure what direction it gets you. I'm actually just trying to get a look and see what kind of bow that is. I mean, It's longer than she is, or maybe the same length, so that puts it in the longbow class. What happens if I click? Nothing. Oh, we have jump. That does suspiciously look like Eden. I would honestly expect there to be a certain degree of crossover here. The people who developed this are giant squid, who I cannot remember whether they were involved in the making of Journey or Flower. I think it was Journey. So I would expect there to be some kind of cultural crossover. Nope, can't quite make out the kind of bow. And yes, I'm going to be a tiny bit obsessed about her archery, given that archery apparently is a big part of the game. Well, it's kind of interesting already that for a cursed location we... Okay, hold and release. How do I... Oh, okay. There's no particular aiming? Oh, I see what they've done. They've kind of made it auto-aim. Well, how far away shot can you take, I wonder? Oh, that does seem to be... Hang on, let's see if we can get close enough so I can have a look. Yeah, that looks a bit like Japanese archery stance. So that would make what she's using most likely a Yumi, which was the... sort of the Japanese answer to a longbow. It's a shame we don't have zoom. How... what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just shoot at these until I get used to it and then move on? And we do seem to have a range limitation. I wonder what it is. Okay, so we're definitely dealing with fantasy-style archery. Which is fine. Yeah, that looks like a Yumi. Asymmetrical. Bottom half is shorter than the top half. Doesn't seem to be any particular limit on arrows. Oh yeah, she's definitely using the Japanese archery styles. Yeah, you can sort of tell because she lets go and lets the arrow swing, the bow swing. I cannot remember what the Japanese martial art related to archery is. I mean, Japanese had three kinds of bows that I'm aware of. One was the Yumi, which is the most common one that people are aware of. That's that big composite asymmetrical weapon. Ooh, that looks nice. Well, interesting. They had another one called, I think, the Meraki, which was what you'd call a self bow, which was made from a single piece of wood. Although that was, I think, mostly superseded by the Yumi, but given that the Yumi would have been expensive, I can only imagine that the Meraki continued on for some considerable time. Oh, that's interesting. She has I think that's a Japanese style shooting glove. That's a big bird. They also had a short bow, which was used for self-defense in, believe it or not, very enclosed environments like a palanquin, one of those. No, can't jump over the bird. And that was made from whalebone, which is to say baleen from a whale. Very short, but very powerful, and used quite thick, heavy arrows, from what I understand. It is pretty, I have to admit. I mean, I'm getting distinct vibes from yeah, to be honest, that game company's games, and from ABZÜ, which I think also used the Unreal 4 engine, so I suppose that should only be expected. What am I supposed to... It seems a little repetitive, the constant shooting of these targets, which I got no idea what those are. Nice grass effects. Very pretty, it has to be said. Curious thing. While all kinds of research has been done on things like the classic English longbow, you know, range, can it penetrate armor? In brackets, no, not really. I don't know about such information for the Yumi, except to say that it was used for a very long time by the samurai, and they used it from horseback. Now, I do know you befriend an eagle in the game. I'm going to assume, for the sake of argument, that it is this one. Yeah, doing a bouncy run doesn't strike me as being particularly suitable. Oh, that doesn't look positive. I mean, are these the hunters that came before me? Yeah, you can certainly see some overlap with the character figures from ABZÜ there. I wonder who that was. Ooh. Oh, that's what that's for. Well, it seems clear that I have to go through there. Ooh, what does E do? Okay, the spirit mask grants the wearer the ability to see the cracks in the world, to find paths where there would be none. But heed caution, those who wear the mask never see the world the same way again. Alright, is this scroll or what? Okay. I think I prefer the world that way. I'm just trying to see if there's more information on there, but apparently not. But clearly it seems that she knew what the purpose of the mask was, so there's some story here I'm missing. Let's see if what we can see outside, see if that helps, before we start just rushing through. Oh, that's interesting. Are they showing... Oh, it doesn't really give us a feel for how far away that is. Well, let's have an explore along here anyway. Yeah, as I said, I think this is supposed to be an open world game. Supposedly, from one description I saw, there wasn't exactly precise instructions on how to go places and do things, but so far, well, it's early game, we'll see. Yeah, definitely a Yumi. There's some interesting videos about how they make those things. They are not cheap to make. Well, it doesn't seem to me to be doing. Let me start over. It doesn't seem to be doing me any good. I wish there was a walk-run dynamic. I'm not seeing it. I mean, we've got what we seem to have is a run faster dynamic. I still get the feeling there's more to that I should be seeing, but I'm not seeing any way of scrolling down, and I can't get through. Okay, why can't I get through? Oh, but I can get through if I toggle the mask on. Okay. And... oh, I see. That's a sort of power-up, and then when I run... okay, so shooting those builds up my run meter. I gotta find out if I can jump. I can jump down. Ooh. No obvious fall damage. I mean, I can't help but think these have some purpose, but it appears not. Oh, you can miss. And it definitely favors those little icons that are in your line of sight. Well, at least that gives us some predictability. Yeah, I've got no idea about the draw weight of a Yumi, and I've looked. I've got no idea about their range, although I can assume it wasn't great. Most bows do not have great range. The classic English longbow, maybe 200 meters. Despite legends to the contrary. I'm not sure that there ever was a longbow that could fire 300 meters. Not going to say it's impossible, but as a general rule, nah, probably not. And the chance that you're going to be able to aim accurately at that range. Yeah, if you've ever seen an archer using a full weight English warbow, which is the ultimate version of the British longbow, they are mostly shooting for range rather than precision. That was its purpose, but while I suppose there were people, typically men, that could shoot with precision to long range, even now most shooting with a bow occurs at surprisingly short ranges. 50 meters is quite long, especially for things like hunting. I'm not sure why I'm bothering shooting these things. It doesn't seem to get me anything unless I'm running. But the temptation to shoot is quite overwhelming. Oh, there was a way up there. Can I jump? Oh, yes. It's like running a wingless in sky. Those who wear the spirit mask may commune with the dead. I wore one for a time, and the ancient thoughts I heard linger with me still. Perhaps someday, after I am gone, a hunter will commune with me. I still get the impression there's more to it than that, but I'm not seeing anything. Let me just experiment a moment here. Okay, it doesn't scroll. Space. Oh, spacebar also jumps. Definitely doesn't scroll. And no, none of the scroll buttons do anything, so I can assume for the moment that's it. So you can't just take a shot at something. I have to admit, the environment is quite effective. And space works as well. Okay. Oh, you can't double jump. Well, that's good. Doesn't appear to be any wildlife, apart from what sounds like crows. Let's have a little close look. Oh, that's the same kind of symbol on her mask. Oh! I just got a good look at one of the arrows for the first time. Oh, how... Oh! Huh. Yeah, that arrow is definitely Japanese. You do see arrows which basically look like someone stuck a spear point on a... sorry, arrowheads which look like someone stuck a spear point on an arrow shaft. That's definitely a thing. Get the feeling I'm supposed to sort of run through. Okay, I don't know how I managed to do that. All right, how do you run across this? Just jump? No. All right, you don't drown, you just swim. So how did I just run? No? How did I get across there? Alright, let's try that again. Okay, that's how I did it. Shoot the icon in midair. Oh, that doesn't look very Japanese. That whole double-headed eagle thing is more... I want to say Eastern European, but I'm not 100% positive. Isn't one of the emblems of Romania a double-headed eagle? Oh, wait a minute, what's... Hang on. So I hit that. I could have sworn I heard a double hit. Hello, Vampire Links. Welcome to the Christmas live stream. As you can see, I'm playing the Pathless. I can't shoot it. So, what? Oh, okay. So, I collected one of those eagle-type glyphs, and then I used it to do what? Banish the light from the shrine type of thing? Is that what I'm doing? see the stealer, read the histories of my forefathers. This land was so beautiful, so peaceful, before the God-slayer's rot. I don't know. Looks quite beautiful and peaceful to me right now. The Eagle Mother birthed this world, but she does not demand its direction. She rests in her nest high above. She will only descend to our realm in times of great happiness or great danger. It's a very pretty game. Very atmospheric. I like the somewhat Japanese styling. I was commenting on the bow earlier. That seems to be a very Japanese bow, and she is using what looks like a fairly Japanese style of shooting it, even down to the shooting gloves, I think. Tempted to see if I can climb this. Oh, the answer appears to be yes, you can. What are you supposed to do with these? Oh. Okay, that's new. Was that what I was supposed to do with the... I didn't see that emblem with these sort of... whatever they are at the entrance. Oops. Need to hit that. Superhero landing. Very hard on the knees, if you believe Deadpool. Actually, it looks very hard on the knees. Ah, I see. So those you are supposed to find the glyphs and deliver them to those shrines, I guess. Don't know what the yellow bar was for. I've been up there. The God Slayer is no longer a man, if he ever was. He's something more and something less. I've no idea how... Oh, I see. Okay, so at a guess, I don't have enough oomph to shoot that. I'm in danger of getting completely lost. There's a lot of detail in these trees. Is it the same model for each one? I mean, that's recognizably a fern. Botany is not one of my strong subjects. Well, I'm not in a hurry. And given that this evil has inhabited this island for long enough for multiple hunters to die here, I think if I was doing this in real life, if you know what I mean, I would probably take my sweet time over it. Oh. So we have some white birds. Oh, they sound like seagulls. Don't look at me like that. Is that a glitch? I hit that. I swear, sometimes you hit something and then you hear the strike again. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so I'm going to guess that that second bar there is what helps you pick up the glyphs from the shrine I couldn't shoot at earlier. Oh well, this is actually where I wanted to end. I wanted to come back here, near the beginning, because I wanted to see if I missed anything going through that first, what should we call it, spirit gate? That almost looks like a phoenix. Yes, the arrow flight's not what you would call realistic. But then, given that she seems to be shooting arrows of light, I think we can allow that. Yeah, so these earlier, I did not. I'm right. I did not see anything associated with these. Oh, it slides up. I'm not sure whether you would necessarily classify this as a cozy game, but so far it's yeah, there it is again. What is going on with that? I hit. Okay, that time I didn't hear it. There's a hit. And I've been hearing a second strike. And now I'm not getting it. Alright. I can't remember whether this game was classed as fully playable on Steam. So, typically when they say not, there are the issues that are associated with a game not being fully playable don't stop you from playing the game. They may have controller issues or Bluetooth issues, which I'm not using. Oh, I am. My mouse is Bluetooth, I forgot. But I'm not using a controller. So that's one of those things I couldn't shoot earlier. So is that the only thing that shows up? Is that the same kind of thing? Well, let's have a little investigate. Well, at least I don't have to worry about swimming too much. There it was again. Shoot that. Second arrow strike. Oh, let's have a look and see if I can... Something I wanted to see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's very Japanese sort of thing. I don't know whether it comes across on... Didn't happen that time. I mean, if that's the only glitch we get, I'll be very happy. Going to guess that's too high for me to jump up. Oh, I wonder if that's one of the dynamics. Yeah, I see why they kind of class this as a platform game. There's a bit of quite an element of that. Yep, did it again. Ah, contentment. I came as a pilgrim to see guidance from the tall ones, but found all the answers I needed on this little isle. A path is only good so long as you walk it, and now I am content to just sit. Sit and be content. I don't think that's very good advice under these circumstances. I wonder how much of this he brought with him. And this is one of these I probably can't shoot. Oh. All right. Why do I get the feeling this is one of these where I'm supposed to run along and shoot, and by doing so I can jump all the way over? We found that with the bridge, didn't we? Yeah. That wasn't a very good attempt. I think I must have... Yep, I hit the wrong button. Please don't tell me it's going to devolve to things like that. I hope parkour isn't a requirement of this. I am no good at parkour. So, yeah, we found, I found out accidentally by running at a bridge that you could make long jumps by sort of holding shift down and shooting at the same time. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you're supposed to do. Unless there's another way up. I think I'll go for the other way up. Oh yeah, we're going to have to do... Oh, unless... Is that close enough that I can just jump it? Eh, it's worth a try. Yeah, I have a suspicion that's kind of what you were supposed to do. Hit those on your way over and you could make that jump. Is that the boat we came in on? Very tempting to jump down and take a look. Oh heck, it's not like I don't have time. No, it's alright. Let me find out the fun way. I mean, I got up anyway, so... And judging by the length of the jump I was able to make from over there, I got a strong suspicion I should have made it with maybe 2 hits. I don't actually know how fast I can fire this bow, so... Might be worth a try. Let's see. Alright, let's see if I can get in range of a couple. Oh no, it's shoot and then you either miss... Okay, I think I see the dynamic. So Those two are in range, so... And it waits for the effect to finish before I can shoot another one. Alright, so it's not a machine gun the bow type thing. That's fine. Is there a... Do I have to come to a full draw? Ah. I do. Alright. Unless it's short range. Okay. Got it. Oh. Okay, we've been up there and looked at that one already, have we not? Oh, okay. Let's go and double check. Yeah. Ah, parkour. My dearest enemy, here you come again. Only reason I'm any competence at it is from running wingless in sky. Okay, so... Oh! That showed... that icon as being there. Okay, that's... Alright, okay, that led me to this, where I got the glyph from. Yeah, I'm not going to try that jump. Oh, look at that. Alright, how did that mechanic work? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, so you hit, and then you can do a sort of dash. Alright, that's how it works. And there we go, there was that second strike. I heard it just then. I assume, Vampire Links, that shooting these over and over again really doesn't give you any particular benefit. I'm not seeing anything. Huh. That was weird. Do you know how you get a spark of memory? I just had one there for a moment, and I have no idea what it was. I just had a flicker of memory or something. I tell you what, I'd love it if Sky looked more like this. I suppose that would be asking a bit much. Now, excuse me a second. Hello, what do we have here? Oh. Okay. That's what that does. What I find interesting is that across the water you can see targets that are... Wow, where does that take you? You can see targets up the mountains. Well, yeah, the cliff face. Yeah, got news for you. I don't think submerging a Yumi in water like that would do it any good at all. Oh, that's... Oh, and there's another one. So there's another game dynamic we have discovered. Sort of. Oh, wow. I mean... yeah, that is... that's quite nice. Oh, now that does remind me of somewhere. Isn't there a place in Vietnam where they have little islets sticking out like this? Not, unfortunately, that I have been to Vietnam, but if you watch enough travel shows, you see a lot of stuff. Well, I don't know about that bit of memory I may have had earlier. I'm getting another one right now. That dull sort of booming in the background is giving me Conan the Barbarian vibes from the Schwarzenegger movie. I really need to stop doing that. It's delaying things and not getting me anywhere and irritating me with that second strike I'm hearing. I tell you what, the undergrowth effects are pretty good. I mean, you do look. You're even interacting a little bit with the ferns there. I'm doing it again. And this is one of those pulley things I used to get up earlier. Hang on a second. I just need to check something. My apologies. I'm expecting messages from various people today. Oh, that's okay. Was there anything else there that I need to be aware of? Oh, that was nice of her. Huh. I can jump in water. that's the dead bird we saw earlier, right at the entrance. Obviously, at some point, you're expected to get past the bird, or is that the... I mean, I know you sort of befriend an eagle at some point who can help you fly. I'm assuming that that is the bird that allows you, that does you do that with. And obviously, you're expected to get up that way, so this is almost like the first chapter, I'm guessing. Clear this area, and then you move on to other things. Alright, I'm pretty certain we've already been up here and I didn't have the necessary to do whatever. Oh, I don't remember seeing that before. The battle between the Eagle Mother and the God-Slayer was the worst thing my eyes have ever witnessed. If she has fallen, the worst has happened. Who will stand against the God-Slayer? Right, I need one more. Alright, let's have a little more closer look through the mask. I ought to try swimming out and see how fast I can get, but let's not do that this time. Good grief, have I already been doing this for an hour? It doesn't feel that long. Ah, yes, I just remembered what part of the Conan the Barbarian movie this kind of reminds me of. That the drumming, the drum in the background. It's the I think it's the narrative at the very beginning, right before the main theme tune. I can't remember. Have I ever expressed my admiration for the 1982 Conan the Barbarian movie? It is one of the Oh, is it? Yeah, it's one of the best fantasy movies. In terms of, say, non-literary swords and sorcery. Because they put a lot of effort into it. The music is fantastic. There is even... there is even one piece of the music which is technically, I believe, a Viennese waltz. And whoever would have thought you'd get a Viennese waltz in a swords and sorcery movie. And some of the acting performances, were very good. They had James Earl Jones in it, who was wonderful as Thulsa Doom. Delivers the most ridiculous lines with utter seriousness. It's so good. And Max von Sydow as King Osric. You end up feeling quite a sympathy for the poor man. Well, I suppose seeing as I started swimming around things, now I'm going to have to see how far... Because this is where I started. There's the boat. So I've taken myself all round to the beginning. And if playing as a wingless has taught me anything, it's never underestimate just how how far you can get by just jumping. Never underestimate. Did I say estimate? I meant underestimate. Oh, you're just going to let me slide off there. The only problem is that sort of jumpy thing you have to do to find the bits where you can jump on can look a bit silly, and it definitely does in this game. Part of my brain is going, there's got to be a way to get up there. Almost looks like you can. Now I feel like I'm taking some of the dignity out of the game. Sorry about that. There we go. And that's probably the hardest way to get up there that is possible to do. Did I achieve anything by getting up here? That's the thing. Beyond... Oh, I'm curious what's behind this hill. Those things are slightly creepy. Oh, they blink! I really don't like being blinked at like that. And inevitably you think there must be a way up there. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. I set the game to run at 100 frames a second, and it's running at 100 frames a second. That's, while I'm streaming. Oh, it doesn't want you to go up there, does it? Oh, well, now I want to get up there, of course. Ah, and there is reason. Oh. So it seems this was all for a good purpose. Whatever that purpose is, I still have no idea what that bar is supposed to be for. You know what I always find funny? Excuse me. What is kind of funny is when you're playing these games, you know, you look over the edge, and what does your head want to do? Go like that, as though somehow that's going to give you an improved view. This isn't VR. Yeah, it's like this. You want to sort of tilt your head down. I have a feeling I'm underusing the shoot and jump mechanic. Well, we'll get that round to that when necessary. Again, this is where we came in. And it definitely looks as though at some point you're supposed to be able to get up there. Giant Squid, the developers of this, have got another game in development right now. I'm not sure if they're going to have early access. And I can't remember what it's called. I think it's ocean related again. Oh, there's your basic, I won't say fast travel, but... And we're back where we started. I mean, in a way, that's not bad. You know, it's giving you full reign to explore and go back on yourself. And right now, this poor bird, which kind of looks like it's made of molten lava, is sort of in the way. Can I can go back here. Oh. Oh, so this person seems like he came, or they came, with their pet dog. That was a very big dog, if that's a dog skull. I mean, its skull is bigger than the man's. That was a huge dog, if that's what it was. Maybe it was a bear. I haven't tried anything with waterfalls. No, it just pushes you back. Yep, there we go. That second strike. Very clear that time. I'm assuming that once we clear this, we'll be able to get through here. That would seem to be a reasonable sort of assumption. Thank you, that's right, yes. Sword of the Sea. Sorry, I don't necessarily respond to the chat as fast as I should, because I look this way and chat is over that way, and it's actually, well, no, I would move it, except that if I shift focus to another window, this minimizes, so I won't do that right now. Hang on, every time I've come across these in the past, there's been a way to... It gives you a target. So is there a target I'm not seeing? So yeah, I was just wondering, because you had those two jars, glowy things, more or less underneath us, was the corresponding target up here, but I don't see anything. Because that's where we were, and so that would put the jars sort of over here, and yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything. So, looking at this so far, it does seem you better not get bored with exploration. Oh, that's interesting. My frame rate dropped down to 81 frames a second. Okay. That's good to know. What's my CPU utilization over there? About normal? Hang on a second. Now that really does look like... Now that looks like you're supposed to be able to get up there. Well, let's, I'm sure there are quicker ways to do this, but if in doubt, let's check the entirety of the perimeter. Because, yeah, we've come up here before. And I'm pretty certain we went round most of the beach area. I'm doing it again, trying to crane my head around the corner. I wouldn't mind trying VR. The only problem is the only VR system that really works with Linux is, I think, Steam's own VR. And a complete set is £1,000, and I think that's a bit much. Oh, that's what it is. Look, found out what the mystery is. So you shoot it. There's the arrow, and the arrow disintegrates. That's what that second sound was. That's one small mystery solved. I did try VR once when I was working for Sony. This was before the PS4 VR headset was released, and I got to try it out. I described it at the time as being a game changer. And to be honest with you, I thought VR has the potential to really take off, because it is quite an incredible experience. Oh, I see. That's a sort of rag. And the great thing about the Sony VR system was that I could wear it with my glasses on, which was a really good thing. In fact, while I was there, one of the projects I worked on was Wipeout. You know, the classic Sony hover racer game. And they were doing a ultimate version. And one of my tasks was basically finding all the maps that have been hidden around various storage locations. And I said to them at the time, they really ought to make it VR compatible. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, I got messages coming in, and I should check them. This is from Alexander. Oh, it's my son. Oh, yeah, it's okay. My son wishing me a Merry Christmas. Excuse me. Anyway, when I suggested, and I'm sure I wasn't the first to suggest it, that they should make the Ultimate Wipeout compatible with VR, they explained to me that actually that considered it, and I think in test plays, some of the players had a habit of throwing up. And I said, well, you know what? Given that Wipeout and the version that they were planning on doing was going to be a really for the absolute fans, they should do it anyway and put a warning. And they said, no, look, for legal reasons, we probably won't do that. And I joked, well, you know, advise the players to play it in a bathtub so that if they do puke on themselves, at least they don't have to go far to clean up. Well, sometime after I left, I actually got a message from one of my previous colleagues saying that, in fact, they were making Wipeout compatible with VR. And to be honest, Wipeout was one of those games you just had, it had to be compatible with VR. It's just that type of game. Alright, now obviously we've been here before. Actually, I tell you what, though, working at Sony did open my eyes a little bit to some of what goes on in behind the scene in the gaming world. I mean, I had never considered, for example, that there were legal issues to things like I was suggesting. And once you get your mind opened a little bit to that kind of thing, it does make you more aware of similar issues within the game industry. I learned, well, this isn't legal per se, but I learned, for example, that there is a reason. I mean, if you watch footage from game shows and game footage, and it becomes clear that it's not always actual in-game footage, and there's a good reason for that. And that's because the CGI and the presentation they put together for the game shows can't be developed at the same time as the game. Well, it has to be developed more or less at the same time the game is in development, and unfortunately the nature of the game development means they won't necessarily have anything in time for a game show that is genuinely in-game. So sometimes what they show is marketing information. So you hear complaints that, oh, the game that we were showed at some game show or other didn't reflect the game as it came out. That is often the that is sometimes the reason. That it's not because someone's trying to rip you off. It's simply that the nature of game development meant that they had to go with what they had. So say a year before a game show, Sony or somebody wants to give an idea about what an upcoming game is like. Well, marketing's working on that side by side with the game. And they simply can't do actual gameplay. So, and I don't really think it's anybody trying to rip anyone else off. It is simply the nature of the industry. That is, you can't do everything that you want to do when you want to do it, so you end up having to compromise. And of course, in truth, I think sometimes what they'll show, or certainly what they should show, in things like, I won't say game demos, is they should say, somewhere does not reflect gameplay. In fact, I think often they do say that. Yes, I know there's a blue flame over there. I don't know whether I've seen it already. Yeah, I think I've seen this already, haven't I? Yep. So anyway, the result of my experience at Sony is I'm inclined to be a little bit more understanding of how things are. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm forgiving, but I do have a bit more understanding. Alright, Thivia. I should still be doing this. I'm probably going to take a break in a minute. But I will see you when you get back. So until then, I guess it'll just be you and me, Vampire Links. If you're still there. Now, having said that I try to be understanding about some of the things that happen in the game industry, there are times I can be really quite unforgiving. I think I've talked about it before. Stop me if I have. One of the things that really irritates me is when you see ooh, what was I shooting at? Yeah, one of the things I really hate are ads for games which are in existence, they've been released, and you particularly see this with mobile games, and they give the impression that the game is has a certain look and feel and playability, and the reality is they're basically lying or grossly misrepresenting. What's the one that I used to see a lot when I was doing mobile gaming? Royal Crush? Royal Quest? It's a sort of a I wish I'd stopped doing that. Yeah, it's a sort of a Candy Crush type game, and most of the game, and I've played it a bit, most of the game is sort of Candy Crush like, and there are bits which aren't. But in the advertising, they make it look like the bits that aren't like Candy Crush are most of the game. And nope, that's simply not the case. And that I find, that is misrepresentation at the very least. Because the other thing is they say things like, you know, you don't need Wi-Fi to play it. You know, is that true? Well, sort of, maybe. I do know that if you want to make use of some of the features of the game, you need Wi-Fi. If you want to download new sections, you do need Wi-Fi. I've been here before, haven't I? And I couldn't shoot the doohickey there. Yeah, I still don't have the oomph to do it. Yeah. So my guess is that in order to get this, which is obviously the last, seems to be the last glyph for this area, I need to get that second bar that I can't see. I need to get that second bar full so that I can shoot that. And just to make life interesting, I can't plot that from afar. Unless it's a shoot multiple times thing. Which it doesn't appear to be. Yeah. Okay, and you do need to come to a full draw. Alright. That's what I'm doing. Trying to do is look around. Thank you for the hint. Of course, it's the degree to which looking around is recommended. I know you must be saying, it's over there! Have I been completely around this section yet? Is that an eagle or a dragon? Well, it's got a beak, so that makes it more eagle-like, but aren't wyverns supposed to have beaks sometimes? Yeah, you're quite right, Vampire Lynx. You would expect it to be nearby, but I don't have anywhere to go for a while, so it doesn't hurt to have a bit of fun. If nothing else, I'll get to see more of it than I would if I was attempting to rush through. And, you know, I don't have any particular desire to rush through. So I already talked to you, didn't I? Yeah. By the way, Vampire Lynx, I think there's been a time or two I might have referred to you as Vampire Squid, for which I apologize. There is actually such a thing as a Vampire Squid. So if I have inadvertently called you a squid rather than a lynx, I do apologize. Every time I look at your name, I have to mentally say, it's lynx, not squid. Yeah, there is. Look up Vampire Squid. And you'll probably, if you look it up and you tell me, no, there's no such thing, then I'm going to be really embarrassed, because now I'll have no excuse. But in my mind, it says, yes, there is a thing called a Vampire Squid. Oh. No, that's what I'm trying to find the solution for, is that thing over there. Oh! Have I been up here? I think I have, haven't I? I may as well check. Have I? How did I miss this? What an honor it is to see the Eagle Mother with my own 2 eyes. Her presence down here on the plateau can only be a sign of good tidings, or very bad ones. Yeah, that doesn't fill you full of confidence, does it? Eagle Mother is here. Is that good or bad? Could be either. Remind me, are they something like bright red or I know there was a reason they were called that, but I don't recall offhand what it was. Okay, so here's a question. They've got these banners here, which look quite intact. Oh, alright. Oh, don't forget they're squid, so they are most likely to have the ability to change their skin color. So yeah, who keeps replenishing these banners? I mean, if this has been going on for a while, you'd expect those things to have rotted away. It's like when you go into a dungeon in the wrong kind or right kind of game, and you see torches. It's like, who's going around a dungeon lighting the torches? I think you see it in some movies as well. You know, they have torches lit in very strange places. It's like, who on earth is getting up there to replace the torches? So, sorry, excuse me. This is where I came up. Oh, wait a minute. Have I? That looks like somewhere I should be able to get to. If I haven't already. Of course, the name, the Godslayer, has been utterly ruined by Thor. What's it? Love and Thunder. Oh, really didn't like that movie. I'm sorry to any fans of Marvel who think it was good, but I did not think that was a good movie. Oh, it's one thing I haven't tried. Alright, except I can't jump that high. Nope. Been over there already, I think. Alright, so I know I haven't been up there, have I? Otherwise it wouldn't be showing that light, that colour. Would it? Pretty certain I haven't been up there. I mean, that to me looks like a clue. Well, it's not like I had anything else to do. I could have sworn I'd been up here though. Oh, yeah, I thought I'd already been up here. Okay, I need to take a quick break. Hang on a second, I need to just test this. No, that's alright. Some of the coffee I had earlier quite soured my stomach for some reason. Yeah, it seems to be okay. So, give me a couple of minutes, and I will be right back. Unfortunately, that means I have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to... Hang on. Yeah, if I do that and then... Yeah, this is probably going to be a little awkward, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Right, I'm back. Sorry about the twitching of the screen there. I suddenly became aware that my computer seemed a bit loud, so I needed to check, among other things, the CPU temperatures, which are fine. No problems there. But what I didn't realize was hitting escape like this allows me to see the status of whatever that bar is for, and then everything I've got down here. So, oh, manual save? Oh, okay, alright. I'm okay with that. And let me have a quick look at controls. Space, shoot, dash, auto run, spirit vision, interact. Okay, I haven't got to the flap bit. Or petting mode. Or the whistle. Okay, whistle? I can whistle? Not yet. Right. I'm with you again. So, what I'm probably going to do is stream this for probably another half hour, and then I have a few things I should really attend to. I should have spent the time to get some tea instead of the coffee, but that's alright. I'll be okay for that length of time. Okay, so where was I? I was trying to... I was confirming that I'd already been here. I know that I need to get the glyph from there, which I need to deliver over here. I'm looking for the bits of the glyph, or the remaining... Yeah, I'm looking for a way to get that glyph, which so far I am assuming you get by shooting the yellow targets above the jars. And I am not finding jars at the moment. Is there a map in this? I don't remember seeing a map. No, no map. Alright. Oh, the inevitable coffee burps. You know, for a region which has supposedly been taken over by darkness, it's obviously getting enough sunlight to maintain a forest of this nature. Alright, so I know I've been over there. Whether I can be said to have thoroughly explored it, I don't know. I know I've been up there. Or at least I'm pretty certain I have. Yeah, I was here earlier. And I'm running out of I know I've read whatever that was. I know I've been up there because I can see the lantern. Hey Thivia. I'm afraid no progress has been made since you were here last, except to hear me rattle aimlessly about various subjects. Please don't tell me I'm going to have to do a sort of a grid search of this place. Well, there's blue flame over here, but I'm pretty certain I've just come full circle, haven't I? Is that the eagle mother then? Took my sweet time coming to that conclusion. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm trying to solve. I've already been up there, haven't I? Almost certain I have. Which means I know I've been over here. Still, this is an interesting way of traveling. You know, this place, for all its so-called darkness, must have a pretty good thriving ecology, because otherwise you wouldn't have crows and seagulls, because they have to feed on something, and for them to feed on something, that means there has to be animals here. So you have to have a fairly thriving ecology. Maybe that's the hidden secret of this place. This so-called darkness is here to protect this place's ecology from us marauding humans. It wouldn't make sense that the solution I'm looking for would be so far away from the problem it's meant to solve. Not in terms of my form of game logic, at any rate. Now, up there was one of the places I went first. And I'm pretty certain I've already found this. I did not. Why do I get the feeling that that yellow bar needs to be completely filled before I go and plink at the target to get the other glyph? And how come I don't get more of a visual cue for those? I know I've already been up here. Oh, no, that was a mistake and a half. Thank goodness no fall damage. I mean, I do have to wonder why they've got two ways of getting here. But I... Well, of course, it's always possible that I've got enough oomph to shoot the target over there, so I suppose it doesn't hurt to give it a try, even though I suspect it's not going to work. Yeah, nope. Oh! Oh, you're kidding me! Was that it? Oh, that is... That is mildly infuriating. I just had to stand on that. Let the laughter in the comments commence. Why did I never notice that? I just didn't notice. Alright, so now we can possibly go... I got the completely wrong end of the dynamic there. Ah. Oh, that's funny. Tell you what, though, I'll bet there are some interesting speed runs for this game. Oh well. Look on the bright side, at least I got to have a good look around the island. And what, help resurrect the Eagle Mother? Who I'm guessing I should now return to. I mean, you know. Tis a bit of a clue they're giving us here. It's only taken me 2.5 hours to get this far when it probably should only have taken me an hour. What? That's it? I mean, I'm not sure I was expecting what I was expecting, but... Of course, the obvious thing is to go straight up the stairs. If I was feeling difficult, I'd go completely round the island first. I'm going to go straight up the stairs and hope that I can come back and investigate further. Oops. Didn't mean to run into the wall. Oh.
Tanzania Shadow. Jajike Shazu Buka.
Ja, Tankiva foru shazu. Jisahil vaketansu.
To Eagle Foru. Kazata. Jikivator. Jikivatan Shazu.
Okay, definite hints of sky here. But one thing that immediately occurred to me, if the Godslayer was going to unmake this world, he's taking his sweet time about it. I mean, you think he would have done it by now. Okay, this seems a logical place actually to bring this stream to an end. I have phone calls to make and lunch to get. Definitely quite enjoyable. I'm enjoying it. Even the frustrating exploring bits, because I can't see that there's a lighted square to stand on. I hope everybody watching had a little bit of fun. What I might do, and keep an eye, is I might actually stream some more of this later, depending on how my lunchtime, early afternoon period goes. So I will schedule in advance if I'm going to if I'm going to stream again today. So thank you all for watching. If anybody comes across this later and they're not subscribed, why not? Please subscribe. And I will see you all soon, I guess. Have a good day and have a Merry Christmas.